Hey, welcome back to the channel, everybody. Go ahead and like this video, comment down below. Let me know if you're a fan of Migos, Takeoff, and send your condolences. Let's get right into it, man. So the first 48 hours has passed by, and they still don't have the guy yet. They still looking for him. But, at this point, everybody that ran off should have been able to see that they ran with him, and they probably all hopped in the same car and left because, they got there one way, and they all got out of there another way. Nobody was walking out of the situation down the street. They all hopped in vehicles and left the scene, man. And so now it's up to really the people in Houston to basically figure out what's going to happen to this. The dude probably already took off to Atlanta, but it's like they're saying that, it could have been Migo Bands that was pretty much the one that was the one that did the takeoff. And then there's the other dude too in the yellow hoodie who really was the one who tried to he tried to do something sneaky, man. The yellow hoodie guy tried to sneak up and take something, or he might even have something in his hand. So either way, he's kind of like a person that they interested in too, because they trying to find that guy. If you see in the footage we looked at, you can see everything that's happening, and it's kind of enough for you to be able to decide what's really going on, and be able to actually look at it and say, okay, so somebody tried to do something, and there was also the little argument that broke out. But it was all already 2:30. The dice game was over already, but basically he was trying to get his money back. He was trying to play the dude for his money back. And then the dude was like, no, we already played the dice game. You could play it back for it in basketball, because they're not going to play basketball right now. They're going to go and, do it another day. But that buys the guy time to be able to, take off with the money, flip it, or do whatever, maybe even change their mind, or at least keep a distance and get away. And so it's just weird that I guess that's where the disrespect came from. So it was about the dice game. It didn't happen it didn't happen while the dice game was going on, but from the dice game argument, the argument got brought back up once the club was all closed, and they all gathered in front of that building. And in front of that building, they kept back and forth, bicker backer with one of the shot callers, basically. Because if you look at it, it's a lot of big time people from Houston out there that's rocking with Jay Prince. And they got pictures of them and Jay Prince everywhere saying that they're brothers and stuff like that. So it's like, how do that must be another OG who calls shots in Houston. So these big bosses basically is arguing with Quavo over, not letting him be able to play for a second chance to get his money back from the dice game. Because if you really think about it, this dice game and the dice game that happened to Duke the Jeweler, they're going to all fake play around, but they really trying to take Quavo's money. Because the dude, as soon as he hit his first roll and he took all of Quavo's money and he said, quit, they barely got to actually roll the dice a few times. He wouldn't even let him get it back. They played a couple rounds, and then he was like, no, we quit once he had all the money. What normally is supposed to happen is that you're going to do more rounds, give that person a chance, double or nothing. Once you finish the double or nothing, then you could quit. But, the other person, you got to give him at least a chance. That's why he was mad. That's really why the argument started back up again, was because that was what they were talking about. But then it just got too heated, and Quavo realized at the moment that Migo Bands was right there. It already had his out. And basically he was like, let's go before, anything happens. And then as soon as they walk off, that's when the dude tries to steal off on Quavo. Simultaneously, the dude in the yellow hoodie tries to take off chain. He tries to pull the chain off. So in this whole thing, they knew that once Quavo was walking away, that they were gonna try to basically do something to both of the Migos guys right there, because that's why that yellow hoodie guy popped up in Takeoff face as soon as Takeoff took a step forward. He looked like he tried to grab the chain or already has something, and we already heard one pop at that point. Then, and while all that's going on is where Quavo got swung on. So they went from being the people protecting to, trying to swing on him just really quick. So And then at this point, Migo bands is like ready to put one up. And so that's where everything was kind of like a blur. It was too fast, too quick to happen. And so, condolences to Takeoff and the family and everything, man. So this is still a first situation. They still trying to piece this all together, man, because of all the people who ran away. They're not, speaking up or anything, but it's a lot of the girls that are coming out. They're coming out on Twitter. They're posting all these videos, but a lot of the girls, is all the girls there are the ones who are really telling everything. And so just keep that in mind now. That might be like a new trend you see, these guys are quick to fly all these girls out and be cool with them next to them. And it's like really at the end of the day, they don't realize that those are the people that are actually seeing a lot of the stuff and then going and reporting it because they're gonna get the reward money. A lot of these girls, they're after the reward money. They don't care about none of the street stuff. That's why they'll be quick to go and make that report. Go to HPD, make that report. They break them off a couple thousand for the reward and for the tip, and they keep it moving. That's like a little business for them, basically. So y'all gotta understand that a lot of the girls weren't gonna say nothing until they came out saying, hey, anything you might help with us to do this, they might even pay them. And so that was like the only way to motivate them because you know that a lot of these girls, they came and they're trying to just have people basically get, they're just trying to get followers, really. That's why they were posting everything on their social media like that. They really wanted the people to, maybe some rich person to recognize them and invite them to this party so that they could put it on their social media. And then maybe they might be able to get more followers that are celebrities and people who have more money so they could pay for their stuff and, all sorts of stuff. Everybody had their own motive of why they were there. And some of the people that was standing around Takeoff and Quavo when all of this happened, like, how is it that they were just in that correct, like they were in the perfect position. They started recording, had their cameras out and everything like that, and then end up selling the footage to TMZ and all that. Like, that's crazy how they were able to be right there and knew that something was about to happen with that argument. Like, how come they didn't film them actually doing the dice game more, where the argument could have started from? How come you don't see the videos of the dude winning a lot of money from Quavo or money on the table and stuff like that, more money being won? Because if we would have seen that, that would make more sense about why there's so many people recording. But then now when you go and really think about it and study it now, you will see that they were there like they already knew what was about to go down and that they were there to get the footage of this whole thing. So don't be surprised. But at the end of the day, man, it's a lesson learned. You just really can't trust nobody. And even if you have your own security or they protect you, it's like there could still be a petty little argument that throws everybody off course and causes something to happen. So with all that, man, subscribe to the channel, like this video, comment down below, and I'm going to catch you on the next one.